the global expansion is here. If you look back all the way to Ronald Reagan when he starts talking about New World Order, trying to organize and this is scary for conservatives, but he was one of the people that came out and spoke about it in American politics, borderless politics,
Right.
one world currencies, right? And this is something
Yeah.
that is, has been chipping away for quite some time, essentially, basically, since the starting and the collapsing of the Soviet Union.
Uh-huh.
And it is now accelerating, and that's for two different things. I think the power that Western imperialism holds is very much still real power. However, it is a power that is dying. It is a power that is failing to compete with other foreign entities. And the accelerated nature that we're seeing is a reflection not necessarily of a strong empire, but a weak one. And I think, if anything, that's almost a little bit more frightening. Because at the end of the day, I think it's safe to say people such as Jimmy or even myself, we know who the quote enemy is, right? We know who the bad guys are.
Mhm.
It's just it's hard to be able to prep yourself and slow down the brakes and not only make others aware, but fully understand why exactly who's bad, who's not. And so I think this video right here is a good little introduction, because remember, this is a project that has been taking place for a very long time.
Mhm.
And I don't know, Jimmy, if there's anything you wanted to add before we started that, or
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to be able to go on this kind of journey with you and kind of hear your perspective of it, and how this new world order is coming to be. Because a lot of people, ever since George Bush, the first one, spoke about the borderless walls in the new world order. Um, a lot of people didn't believe it and they kind of just lived their life. But there was this really a very small sect of where I came from, the conspiracy theorists. We used to call this, satanic, and you're gonna get the mark of the beast on you to be. That's the only way you're gonna be able to eat, is because this world government currency. And if you don't believe in what they believe, then you're not going to get the mark, and you're not going to be able to go shopping and live. And like, this was all part of this underground conspiracy theories that we've been, like, a lot of us have been screaming for years, but a lot of people are like, no, this is never going to happen, this is never going to happen, to the point where I got to, oh, this is never going to happen because it hasn't yet and nobody's talking about it. And now, just within a short period of time, just the flood of these crazy conspiracies are literally coming to fruition in front of our very eyes, and it's becoming reality. And I'm kind of in a confused point right now, to where I don't know where I stand, because yeah, I've just been pulled both sides and I'm seeing it happen, but not wanting to believe it's actually happening, because I didn't think that it could be this bad. It's this whole thing is a lot. I told Taco this morning, information overload is what it feels like.
yeah. Well, it's overwhelming, and it's specifically designed to feel that way. If you think about the way that power is maintained, it's through physical violence, intimidation, power struggle, class struggle, culture wars, etc. And it's stuff that we've been beaten over the head with for
Yeah.
our entire lives.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, no, 100%. I think we are starting to see, like you had said, some of these conspiratorial um, thinking experiments or thought experiments uh, coming alive, and it is scary when you start thinking about just the major implications. Now, there might be some people who are listening, like, okay, you guys are being a little bit, fear mongering. It's
Yeah.
not that, I can only speak for myself. I'm not trying to fear monger. I'm just trying to put in perspective, um, to expect worse to come, just off of historical analysis and understanding and taking people at their word for what their intentions are.